Okay, I've got a problem with my habitation door lock. I think there's a solenoid in here and there must be a bar that leads to the inside handle, and I think that's popped off, or there's a nut that's come off it. So I need to take off the door panel to find out what's happening. So if I lock it there, it doesn't lock. That's the alarm going off. I'll unlock it. If I use the key, it locks, telling me that the locking mechanism works. The alarm works, or the solenoid works, because I can hear it clicking and unclicking. Hear it? Clicking and unclicking. It's just the rod or the mechanism is not working. So don't know how to do this. I'm going to have to try and find out. So first things first, got to take the pin out. There's a couple of bolts down there, one there, there's one on the other side, and then there's a couple of little pins here, there and there. Pull them out, and then I've got to try and get this off. I've been told that this is glued on, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. And then around the perimeter here, on this side, pull that back, and looks like a bit of double-sided tape, that white tape there. So I think this just kind of pulls off. I might put a hairdryer on it just to assist it. Looking here, there looks like a little cap here for a screw, so maybe that brings that out. I'm not sure. I may have to take this panel off. It's must be on some kind of clips. Looks like there's some bits that pop in here and here. So I'll take some bits apart, do some video, and let you know. So I've taken that screw off, and this whole handle comes out. You can see there's a little rod. Well, maybe you can see. I can see there's a little rod there. That must be pulling from the solenoid. So I've tried to activate it with the door open, but obviously it's not going to work because it's not getting its power. So I'm going to just put a chock block and a couple of wires across there, and then the power goes straight to the solenoid. Obviously take a picture of which wire is which. So I'll do that and then activate it and see what's happening in regards to this this rod, see if it's opening up and down. I'm hoping that whatever's up with it, I can repair it from here, maybe stick my hand down rather than take the door panel. Anyway, I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, I've managed to figure out how to get this off kind of by fluke. I tried to apply heat, nothing would pop off, so I got one of these pry tools, the plastic ones, did it in the middle and managed to get it kind of stuck into the edge. There's like an edge here because this is a cap, and then I managed to get it in and slid it down. It's popped off this end, so I'm going to pry it along so it can pop off that end, remove it, and hopefully get to these two screws, which is the main things that hold the panel on. Success. So we've got this other one, which is a bit tighter end. Got it in there, managed to get it there, work my way along, and it's popped off this end. So I've just got to try and get it off the other end without snapping it. Fingers crossed. So this end, really struggling to get it out. I was just about to stick a screwdriver between here and here, and I just stuck my finger further and further, and eventually it popped out. So it's just kind of glued in with some black, looks like something like a black Sikaflex. So it's glued on. Excuse my poor camera work, but that was a pain. But it's off, it's not broken. I got 2 bolts, I'll take them off, and hopefully then the self-adhesive parts around the back. So I've took the lock off here, and I can't get access. That pin goes down to here, and the lock mechanism's in there. Okay, I've started at this bottom corner here. It's not really attached that well, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just pulling the door apart. There's some little staples, you can see little tiny staples there. So I'm just going to pull this off and hopefully it'll come off no drama. Okay, got the hairdryer on, you might not be able to hear me. This panel here is glued, so I'll pull it away from the edge, put the hairdryer in. The glue is slowly melting. That's what I'm going to do, is going to pull this part here, and then I'm going to wedge probably a piece of wood under here, so I don't have to take the whole panel off and just get access to this lock mechanism up here. Okay. Can't really show you, but I'll get it in, get warm, and then just kind of push the panel away, and you see the glue just breaking away. It's popped off. Got a lot more access now to the lock mechanism. Oh, you can't see it here. Need a flash on, really. See if I put the flash on. Don't do what I've just done. Pull this here, and there's a little staple there, and obviously it must be a weak point. I'll crack this frame. So it's a shame. I didn't want that to happen, but I don't think you'll see it when it's all done. Let's just see. It's all weak there. So I'm just going to pull that staple out using a bit of a wallpaper scraper, lift this off, and also give me better access to the lock mechanism. So really what I'd do is where all the staples are, use a little screwdriver and go down the staple, pull them out, and it's not going to do what I've just done, so oh well. Okay, I've finally figured out what's going on, what's missing. So here's my mechanism. So when it let me just think about this. When these locks here go in, that then shoves this mechanism over, and it's this little lug above that'll clear this little cam or arc thing, and then that'll allow that to shut. And then when you are undoing it, this solenoid kicks up and undoes the lock. So what was missing, I couldn't figure out how the hell is that solenoid attaching to here, because I couldn't see anything dropped out or anything. And then I had another look on the drive and I found this. So this thing has come off. So if you can see, that'll go over there, and then the loop thing will go over. Oh, not doing very good photography there. See a little white stud there. So that will attach to that. Job done. Thing is, why is it undone? How can I prevent it from going undone again? Anyway, I'll try and sort that out now. I'll just show you this solenoid acting. Hang on. Oh yeah, where's my keys? When actually, let's take that out. I need to click that over, click this one over, and then put my leg in between there. You can see the terrible video. So that's in its erect position, should we say, and undone. That's when it pulls the lock down. That's when it's retracted. I hope that makes sense. Terrible photography, I know. So I've put this back on. You can move this. It still moves freely. So I put it on with the C type position towards the door. and hooked up past here, then hopefully it shouldn't come off, because it needs to move in that direction. If you put it the other way, it could work its way loose, come off the back and then drop off. So hopefully that should stay. Lots of other people don't seem to have a problem. It's only me and maybe a couple of other people, so fingers crossed this will help people. And don't forget to not snap your plastic casing. Anyway, I'll try and put it all back together, but at least it's a zero cost fix. Okay, and just putting the door back in, so the little staple holes, you can't see them now, but I've lined them all back up with the there's one, with the existing holes which are already in the door, and just line them up, and then just use a piece of wood to push them back in. Now, word of warning, see these bolts here, one here, there's like that piece of plastic, like triangular shape, that sits out. They're just poked through from the other side, so these will just poke through, and then you've got a nightmare to get them out, because you'd have to unrivet the plastic piece to fish it out to hook it back through. It's rubbish design, really. It should be screwed in. So see this one here, this is virtually pushed in, so I'm just going to get a pair of pliers and pull it out, lay the handle in really carefully and bolt it up. So just don't poke these bolts back through, because you'll have an absolute nightmare. Apart from that, the rest of the job is going pretty good. Yeah, that was tricky. That I almost lost that bolt, which would have been a nightmare. I ended up using a magnet just to kind of pull it out. Managed to get just one thread on the nut, and then use this to pull out. So that could have been a nightmare. Don't do it. So this is what I did before. Just put a little chop block and join the wires together, so I had permanent power to the solenoid. So anyway, I have reattached the door, put this back in. That was a bit of a pig to get the rod to go back into the little hole. So anyway, that's back in. Everything's hunky dory. I have unfortunately got this very tiny crack, which I can live with. I think I'll probably notice it more than anyone else, but anyway, everything else is alright. Just need to put the bin on, which I absolutely detest. Must be a better solution to that bin, but that's on my list. I'm probably just going to use, put this back on, I'm probably going to use maybe a glue gun or something like that, because the glue gun will hold it, but it's not rock solid, so I'll be able to take it back off again, unless when I put it back on it just sticks and stays in place, because this is the bit that does the pulling. So I hope that helps someone. It wasn't too bad of a job, quite an easy fix. Just go easy when you're taking the door panel off. Best probably taking the staples out, especially around this area. Seems to be a weak point. And don't forget to heat up this panel here, because there's glue behind there. So wedge it from the bottom, hair dryer in, and let it do its stuff, melt the glue, pull it back a little bit more, let it melt a bit more, pull it back, and eventually it'll release. Okay, bye.